It's looking like we could be getting 4 WWE returns very soon coming this year. The first one is Kurt Angle. This wouldn't be a return to the ring, however, it would be a return to WWE television, more specifically for Chad Gable's faction. According to Kurt Angle himself, he stated that if the money and the spot is right, he's open to and thinks managing American Made would be a great idea. A Kurt Angle return to join forces with Chad Gable is what the faction needs to really thrive. We all wanted to see Chad Gable with the Creed Bros, but something is missing, and I think Angle is the missing piece. They should make it happen. I could see it happening, especially because the wrestling community wants to see it and is going crazy all over social media. So WWE and Triple H should at least consider it and try to talk with Kurt Angle. The other return could be Wade Barrett returning to the ring. On Twitter, WWE posted a video of Wade Barrett career highlights, and Wade replied saying that these were career highlights, thus far alluding to the idea that there will be more highlights because his career is not over in that ring. With Drew McIntyre confronting him on Raw last week, and now this tweet, it looks like we will be getting a Wade Barrett return to the ring. It might only be one match with Drew, but that would be 100% fine. I think he did not get a proper retirement match, and to come back and fight one more time in a blood feud with Drew sounds like the perfect retirement. He's only 44 as well, so the guy's still so young, and I'm sure if he gives us a great match, he might even want to return for a longer run. Who knows, he could become the WWE champion if he really likes it and he's doing well in the ring, putting on good matches. Obviously, I'm going a little bit ahead of myself, but Wade Barrett was the real deal back in 2010 and was going to be world championship material. So let's see what could happen if he does come back. The bottom line is I think he will be coming back to wrestle Drew McIntyre. Charlotte Flair is making a return in the near future. This is what Fightful Select reported. They said, Charlotte Flair is not cleared yet. WWE sources confirmed. It was also noted that those in WWE believe that there will be some time before she does return to the ring, as the injuries that were sustained were severe. As of the start of 2024, WWE sources said that they did not expect her to wrestle in 2024, but said if there is anyone capable of beating that timetable, it would be Charlotte Flair. By February, she said she was to be ahead of the schedule. A WWE source said that until she's clear, it's unlikely creative will be put in place. This is a promising report because Charlotte Flair has that John Cena energy. She could make a return earlier than we all expected. I know she wants to get back in that ring because she's been having a lot of injuries. Plus, she just got back to WWE before tearing her ACL. So I'm sure Charlotte is doing everything in her power to make a comeback. I have a feeling that we'll see her in January at the Royal Rumble, if not earlier. I hope we do see her before then. Trish Stratus recently spoke about who she would want to face if she does make a WWE return, and she said this: Becky Lynch. Oh wait, we already did that. What time is it? Is it Tiffy time? I mean, she's a little bit arrogant, and I think it would be interesting to show her what it's all about from someone back in the day, maybe Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is the perfect opponent for Trish Stratus because those two have very identical characters. They're kind of the same. It's yin and yang. This could be like the storyline where Chris Jericho faced Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 19, or when Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho had a feud for SummerSlam. I'm always down for a Trish return, and I thought her last run was very great. The steel cage match with Becky was so damn fun, and it shows that Trish still got it. So if she does want to come back and if she wants to wrestle Tiffany, that would be a great match. In other news, Dave Meltzer is reporting that Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship will be added to the Bad Blood match card. That is great news. The event already has 5 matches. This would make it 6, and it's a high-profile match. It's good to see that WWE is listening to its fans and giving us more matches at the pay-per-view. I don't think there's a need to have another match added. I think 6 is enough. And also, all these 6 matches are very important, so I think they'll need a lot of time. Sami and Gunther should be very good. I think they could end up stealing the show because they did so at WrestleMania, and they could do the same thing at Bad Blood. Fightful provided an update on Matt Riddle and a potential AEW debut. And sorry to break it to you guys, but it's not going to happen. According to Fightful Select, Tony Khan has not had any interest in bringing Matt Riddle into AEW, especially over the last number of years. It was also noted that AEW talent almost never works with Matt Riddle on the indies, and when they do, it's in Mexico. It's sad to see that AEW won't be giving him a chance, but sometimes that's what happens when you build a certain reputation. And for Matt Riddle, he also didn't make the best first impression when he met Tony Khan, so I understand Tony Khan not wanting to sign him. There's also been an update on AJ Styles, who has not been on TV in a few months. There's some good news. He's not injured. However, we do got some bad news, and that's the fact that WWE does not have plans for him. Fightful Select reported this. AJ Styles is healthy and just isn't being used on WWE TV. He was on the WWE Overseas Tour, but wasn't featured on television. I think it's a shame that someone so talented like AJ Styles is just sitting on the sidelines and not wrestling because creative has no plans for him. Like, what are you doing? He's only getting older, and he can still go in that ring and people care about him. Honestly, I would like to see him revisit that feud with LA Knight, but this time for the US Championship. That sounds like it could be a lot of fun. And honestly, Hunter, you should book it. Lita was recently asked about intergender wrestling, and this was her opinion on it. She said, "I do feel as though now the women do have pretty great representation on the show. There can almost be half of the show with women. What I would love to see is more interplay between the genders and have those lines be blurred further, where titles don't have to be men's or women's titles, just titles. And whoever manages to get someone's shoulders down for 3 seconds is the champion, and whoever taps somebody out is the champion for that night." I'm not a fan of this idea at all. There's a reason why every sport has their own division. It wouldn't make sense for someone like Zelina Vega to challenge Roman Reigns for maybe like the WWE Championship. To be honest with you, you would make that person look weak in something like that. Like if Roman lost to Zelina, a lot of people would be like, what? The championships should not be merged. However, WWE doing intergender wrestling for a feud like Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio sounds like a really interesting idea. If they did it on rare occasions, it could possibly work. I know many people would pay a lot of money to see Rhea Ripley and Dom actually wrestle. That could be a main event of a B-show pay-per-view. And finally, the last story is about Drew McIntyre and his honest reactions to CM Punk's return. This is what he said. "I was pretty annoyed that CM Punk returned to WWE, but I understand business and I understand why it was done. But I found it interesting that everybody started going, oh, it's obviously going to be this or obviously going to be this guy. I was sitting there thinking there's a lot of real history here and a lot of real feelings I've got. And if I get the opportunity, I know we could tell the most compelling story of all, because no matter my real feelings, I'm still a professional, you know? He's still a professional, and we've been given the platform to show the world what we can truly do creatively." It's unclear whether this is Drew McIntyre just keeping kayfabe alive or not. However, let's assume it is, then that's great for him. Rather than crying about CM Punk's return and trying to get him out of the company, he went to Punk and they created a great feud that made both of them a lot of money, as well as WWE, and there will headline Bad Blood. So honestly, being professional at the end of the day is always the way to go. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video.